Hello and welcome to Video Game News. I'm your host James, and today we have a lot of news for you. First up, with the new Nintendo Direct that happened in February, a lot of new games and ports of old games are coming to the Nintendo Switch, such as a new Mario Golf game, in which you speedrun the course with your friends. And there's also a story mode for players who like that. Next, a new version of Miitopia is coming to the Nintendo Switch. In this game, you play as yourself and your friends as you try to save the world from an evil being who uses people's faces to create monsters. Even Fall Guys is getting into this action. In this game, you and 60 other people attempt to play in wacky challenges as you try to see who is the best at not falling. But there were three even bigger announcements that came from this Direct. First off, right at the beginning, Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 were announced for Super Smash Bros. As DLC characters, to many's joy. In other news, Splatoon, a fan-favorite game from both the Wii U and Nintendo Switch, has announced that there will be a third game releasing sometime in 2022. At the end of the Direct, a gameplay segment was shown and also showed what the lobby looked like. It is unknown when exactly it will be released, but it is known sometime in 2022. The final big announcement was that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, a game that has been shrouded with mystery as not much has been said. It was said that right at the end of the Direct as well, that not much has been created yet and that people will need to be a little bit more patient before they get their news. Next, with the release of the PS5 and Xbox Series X, there are tons of new games that are set to come out this year and next year, and 2023 has already been announced, such as a new Resident Evil game titled Resident Evil Village, otherwise known as Resident Evil 8. Also coming out for both consoles is Back 4 Blood, a zombie FPS in which you and your friends must fight through hundreds of zombies to get to the end of the level. And now here's Emma with news about a fan-favorite game.
Thank you, James, for the very nice introduction for this fan-favorite game. One big release for the PS5 and PC is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It is assumed that you play as a character named Gregory, a young boy who is trying to escape a giant 3-story tall pizzeria mall with mascots gone rogue, the glam rock animatronics, and Vanny, who is brainwashed by the overall villain of all of the games, Glitch Trap. As you traverse the mall, you must unlock the secrets of the pizzeria without getting caught, otherwise this will be a night that you'll never forget. Unlike the other Five Nights at Freddy's games, this game is speculated to only be one night long. A popular theory is the character that is speculated to be helping you, the Night Guard, might actually be playing against you. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is said to come out sometime this year. Back to you, James.
Thank you, Emma. And now with some big news, possibly our biggest news yet. The Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update is finally coming out this summer in 2021. Lots of people have been waiting for this update to come out, and now it looks like the long wait will be worth it. Well, that's everything for now. Once again, I'm James signing off, and thank you for listening to Video Game News.
Hi, this is Nate Babcock with Colonial Corner, and welcome to Sports Trivia. Let's get into the first question. When did MHS Baseball last win counties? A. 2015, B. 2009, C. 2013, or D. 2010? If you guessed D. 2010, you were correct. Question 2. Who has received the most Ballon d'Or awards? A. Ronaldo, B. Wayne Rooney, C. Lionel Messi, or D. Pele? If you guessed C. Lionel Messi, you were correct. Question 3. What NBA franchises have the most titles? A. Celtics and Lakers, B. Cavs and Warriors, C. Jazz and Bulls, or D. Rockets and Pistons? If you guessed A. Celtics and Lakers, you are correct. Question 4. Who has the most men's NCAA basketball titles? A. Duke, B. Villanova, C. UNC, or D. UCLA? If you picked D. UCLA, you were correct. This has been Sports Trivia with Nate Babcock in Colonial Corner. Thanks for watching.
With this school year coming to an end, graduation has been heavy on a lot of students' minds. But before we get there, let's hear from some seniors talking about the college application process this year.
I honestly was not expecting anything given the test optional policies, not being able to necessarily tour or visit any of my schools due to cancellations from COVID, and also the large amount of seniors from the class of 2020 who had deferred their admissions in college to then enter the class of 2025, like the rest of us. So because of that, I had no idea what colleges would be looking for this year, how many students they would be accepting. I had no idea what to expect for this process, but as time progressed and the early admission cycle passed, it feels though we started to see what they were looking for at least.
I was expecting this process to be very stressful, which it has been, but it's almost done, so.
Definitely that sense of uncertainty. You didn't know what they would want. You didn't know if test scores were something that truly mattered this year, or if they were just another number. It was just very hectic and confusing trying to figure out where I wanted to go as well, given that I couldn't see any schools and online tours can only do so much. So all of that, as well as balancing school work with college admissions this year, has been really rough, because with the online environment at school, studying and I feel as if getting work done has been a lot harder. So I think all in all, balancing schoolwork with college essays and interviews has been the hardest part.
The hardest thing about applying to schools would probably be the essays. You have to be smart and creative with your essays, and there's also a bunch of them, so it's not fun.
Definitely more stressful. Just like I said before, that sense of uncertainty. I didn't know what to expect going into this. I still don't know what to expect going out of this. It has just been very stressful to figure out where I belong, not being able to tour any schools. So yeah, definitely more stressful than I think it would be.
I feel like school is definitely going to be a lot more challenging with COVID. It's like meeting new people and getting to know the campus.
So I think it'll be somewhat similar, given that on online school here you can't really connect with teachers that well, and same goes for online courses in college. However, I've heard that some courses, especially lecture classes in college, are a lot bigger, and because of that, I feel as though online schooling in high school can still be a little more personalized than it is in college, just because you can still get to know your teacher and they can get to know your name and your face, because class sizes, 20, 25 kids here, versus in college, they can be upwards of 100 kids.
I feel like high school being online and college being online is going to be different, because with college, you're not going to know many people. With high school, you know who's in your class, so that's going to be a little bit more scary.
Okay, so I think that test optional policies this year will be harmful for some kids and beneficial for others. For example, kids who cannot access testing facilities or any means of test prep, I feel as though these policies will benefit them, whereas kids who have gotten their scores, have been able to go through that whole process of SAT, ACT, subject test, all those things, I feel as though it'll be more harmful for them because their scores will not matter as much as they have in the past. But that being said, statistics from this year show that test scores still have an impact on admissions. So all in all, test optional policies are probably more beneficial just for those students who cannot access any means of test prep or get to these facilities to take these tests.
School is being test optional. I feel like it depends on the person, because if you're not good at taking tests, this is a perfect opportunity to apply to a school that may be more of a reach, but there's also a lot more applicants.
As of right now, my top choice is the University of Michigan.
My top choice is Temple University.
Not yet, but in the coming week or so, probably.
I have committed to school. I'm going to Temple University with an undecided major.
I'm planning on doing a dual major in biochemistry, and anthropology.